Hey everybody, this is Chris at Zenark Reptiles. Thank you for joining me once again. Ringo decided to join me today. I've had him in other videos, but also you can hear him screaming in the background all the time. He's my bird. Since I've been at home quarantined and I'm laid off, I've been spending a lot more time with him. So he's been sitting on my shoulder all day while I'm editing videos, doing stuff on the computer. So he just wanted to be with me today. First of all, if you guys are new here, consider subscribing and hit that notification bell. What that notification bell does for you is keeps you in the loop of all my upcoming videos. I do release videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I used to release them at 3 o'clock, but right now they're kind of getting spontaneous. Just depends on what time I can shoot my video, when I can upload them, and it's been taking YouTube a little longer to upload my videos. I don't know why. Anyways, so let's get started. Today I'm going to give you another morph idea. It's a lower end morph, but it can actually sell for a decent amount. It can cost you a little bit to get into, depends on how much time you want to take, or how it costs you a lot and still render you a decent amount of money. So what that is actually the pied mixed with an Axanthic. So let's start this out. The Axanthic, it was discovered in 1997 by VIP, and it's a pretty cool snake. I mean, it's actually one I want to work with a lot more. I actually own one and I haven't anything with them yet. The weird thing about Axanthic is that there's so many different variants. Some can have less pigment than others. Some of them are really white looking and some of them have actually look a little bit darker. Some of the lines actually hold their color more, and so it can actually change the price on these things. But the average cost is about $300 on Morph Market, and that's just for your basic Axanthic gene, nothing else. It can actually get other kind of genes with it, but that's just your basic gene. Like I said before, there actually is a lot of different variations in these, and I'm just saying that the wider they are, usually people charge more. So when you're starting out, you probably want to look into this and get the right one for your project. Okay, let's talk about the pied. Pied is actually one of my favorites. I breed pied. I do a lot of pied stuff. Pied is what got me into ball pythons. Well, actually, I hate to say that big. My first snake actually was a spider. And that's I got that from my daughter and me because we wanted a snake, and we fell in love with it. We actually got 2 of them. It's way before I knew anything about ball pythons. We got it as a pet and it ended up being a passion, and then I started getting the pied. So pied is actually one of the things that I really work with a lot, and that's just one of the things I do. The pied was discovered in 1997 by Peter Call's Reptiles. On Morph Market, it averages about $300 for the ball python. And it always depends on females and males. Some morphs actually cost more for females than males. That's usually the way it is. I've seen some of them actually come around the same price. I said averages out about $300 for a pied. Now, pied have different variations. You either have a high white or a low white. Some people like the low white better. They like the white look. Some people like the high color. And the reason why they like the high color is like if they add some kind of morph to it. Say they have a banana and they want to show that pattern more. They want to show that color more. So sometimes the high white is kind of hides that, where the low white actually you can see the pattern a lot better. But that being said, that doesn't have anything to do with its babies. So you can buy a high white and breed it with another high white and you can still have low white. It's just one of those things that it's just kind of random. There's no way to prevent it to be either way. Okay, so now you're gonna go buy you some snakes to do this project. And again, these projects are not something you need to copy. I want to give you some ideas of some morphs that's fairly cheap to get into that actually have a pretty good return. And also just I like sharing my love of ball pythons with people and trying to get people into this hobby and get involved in this community. When you're picking out your ball python and your VPI Axanthic, what I've been told, and again, I am no professional with Axanthic, I've only worked with them very little, that the colors do make a big difference, because I guess there is ones that look whiter and ones that look a little bit darker, so it depends on what you're going with, and I guess that their offsprings will look that way. And I could be wrong, comment below if I am wrong, but that's what I've read and that's what I know, what I've watched, is that it does matter. With the pied, it doesn't matter. Low white or high white, it don't really matter. But what I'm saying here is that depends on what you buy and how far along you want to be. So obviously, if you buy some heads of each, it's going to take you quite a few years to actually get to your end of your project. Yeah, I personally would at least buy a visual pied and a visual Axanthic, personally. But if you look on Morph Market, there is plenty of them that's actually pretty reasonable. You can actually get Axanthic that is het pied. I've seen some that are pieds that are het Axanthic. So you can get your projects further along so you don't have to wait so many years. But it all depends on what kind of money you have. Everybody has a different startup cost. If I'm like, say, 16 and I have to have my parents buy these for me, you know, I would be very happy with getting some heads. And you could probably either talk your parents into it. If you're someone like me who has a lot more money to throw down, I would definitely get ones that are further along. That's just me personally. But again, it just depends on what you have. And don't be ashamed of what you have, because everybody has a starting point. Everybody has a certain budget they can spend on these snakes. I mean, you know, I make really good money, but I also have 4 teenagers. So again, you know, they cost a lot of money. It just depends on what you have. And by the way, you can see a scratch in my face. I woke up with it this morning. I'm not sure if my wife's scratching me in my sleep. Maybe I've been home too much, and because of this quarantine, and she's getting tired of me, I'm not sure. But anyways, guys, the Axanthic, when they're all together, you get your Axanthic pied, they sell for a decent amount of money. I've seen them anywhere from about $2,000 to about $4,000. It just depends on who's selling them and what they look like. Again, I think it's got to do with that Axanthic line, what color you get, but also a lot of this has got to do with males and females. People are going to sell males for a lot less than females. That's the way it's always been with ball pythons. So I've seen some males around $2,000, and I saw some females around $4,000. Anyways, guys, we just hit 500 subscribers. I do appreciate it, you guys. Thank you so much. I promise to do something pretty special here in about a few videos. I'm gonna hit 100 videos, and I'm gonna do a giveaway. What I'm gonna do is give away a $50 gift card from Amazon, just to say that thank you, and also a few other small prizes. Guys, I do appreciate it. Thank you guys for being part of my life, being part of my family, being part of my videos. I do appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being a part of this community, and I do appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you guys enjoying my videos. Anyways, guys, if you wouldn't mind checking out some of my other videos right here, also hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. Anyways, guys, you stay home, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Love you. Later.